Well, the beauty of the Detroit Riverfront has captured national attention and has been named the best Riverwalk by US Today and their readers. So joining me now is a very proud CEO of Detroit Riverfront Conservancy, Mark Wallace.
It's really exciting for us, and it's always nice to win something. It's nice to be recognized by people who are out of town, because I think a lot of times Detroit's success stories are not told as much as they should be on a national basis. But it's also a great moment for us to celebrate all of the people who have made this riverfront transformation possible, and to really remember, sort of reflect on what it means for us to come together as an entire community to achieve a goal like this.
When you put Detroit's riverfront up against some of the other riverfronts we think of around the world, in Chicago and Boston, and really the work that has been done here in Detroit over the last 10 years and more, it's really significant.
No, it is, and I think that's one of the things that the jurors were excited about, was the idea of this transformation. Yeah, there are a lot of places where they've had a riverfront that's been active for hundreds of years. We've had that in Detroit as well, but our riverfront was not active for the public. It was active for industry. And that was a really limited use. And this transformation that started in 2003 with Matt Cullen and Faye Nelson and others has really made this a place that's really special to our whole community.
And really over the last year, during COVID, we've seen how much open space, interacting with nature, and really enjoying the resources that we have is good for the soul. And is good for our mind, body, and spirit.
That's right. We've seen a 20% increase in visitors to the riverfront in 2020, and a 40% increase on the DeQuinder Cut, which is just amazing. And you put it perfectly. What we're seeing is that people just need to get out of their houses. I really feel like it's bringing fresh oxygen into our brains and sort of healing us and building that community resilience that's so important, especially during a pandemic.
So tell us about the projects that are happening right now, because really the riverfront has come in stages and is beautifully melding together now.
We built about 2.5 miles on the east side with a series of parks, and we have the carousel, we have the splash park down by the Coast Guard at Mount Elliott. We have a couple of projects that are coming together right now to really complete 3.5 miles of uninterrupted riverfront access, and really excited about those. So the big one is the Uniroyal site. Right across from Belle Isle. We did an environmental cleanup last year that was going to allow us to start to build the actual pathway itself. So that walkway will be under construction very, very soon. And when that walkway is done, you'll be able to go from the old Joe Louis Arena site all the way to the Belle Isle Bridge without ever having to leave the riverfront.
So I hope sometime very soon you and I can actually meet down there, because that's usually where we meet every year, and we talk about what's new and what's going on. So give everybody maybe a couple secret 2 places that you like along the riverfront that they should check out.
So the number one spot I would encourage people to check out is our newest park, named after Robert C. Valade. It's right next to Shane Park, which is now known as Aretha Franklin Amphitheater. There's a great little parking lot just north of it. We have 2 restaurants, Smokey G's Barbecue and Geisha Girls Sushi. And we actually have a barge. We bought a barge, and it floats on the river and has a bar on it. So starting mid-May, you should be able to come down there. The kids can play on the playground, great sandbox for the children. But you can float around and have an adult beverage. So that's the number one sort of insider's tip on what's new on the riverfront. We're also really excited about the investment that the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation has made on the west side. And I think everybody's kind of intrigued with this, before and after concepts, the transformation of places. I'd encourage everybody to come down to Ralph Wilson at some point in time. If you love to fish, it's a great time to come down. If you just want to fly a kite or run around with your kids, it's a great spot. But I think it'd be fun to be down there on the west side before that transformation happens, because it's really going to be exciting to stand in a place where you were standing 2 years ago and then see it fully transformed.